This demonstration, I'm going to show you how to reorder or move tracks up and down in your window, as well as move tracks around and do some basic editing. So if I was to play this right now, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this, but it sounds like a garbled mess. It's just all over the place. I've got a bazillion things playing at one time, and they're really, I mean, you can go to view and zoom out, or Control 3 for short, and all that really does, I'll hit Control 3, all that really does is zoom out on the timeline. I believe zoom in is Control 1, Control 2 is normal, and that brings you back to, this view where you have 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. You basically have a 15-second viewing window. What I like to do when I have a lot of tracks is to click in the middle or at the bottom of these tracks and go ahead and do that and bring it up. If I go up here, this actually will minimize it, which is nice. So if you had a whole bunch of them that you didn't want to really work with, and you were focusing on one particular track, you could minimize them. That's a nice way to do it. Or if you wanted to customize that, you could do it this way as well, just by clicking. So that's a neat feature in this version of Audacity. It allows you to just minimize it. In order to isolate tracks, I really like this technique. You can do it one of two ways. The solo button here, there's a mute and a solo button. The solo button actually allows you to preview only that track. So when you hit play, you're only going to hear that particular track. Okay, everything else is grayed out. Let's go ahead and minimize these so we can see the rest of them. Okay, that's pretty good. So we've got 4 tracks total. If I unclick the solo button, you'll see the rest of these are now blue, so they're active. If I hit the mute button, you can see now that that is grayed out. So I'm isolating just these 3, or I'm only making those visible or viewing those. If I hit mute for this one, then those 2 would be grayed out, and you'd only hear these 2, and so on and so forth. So you really have a lot of control over that. The last thing I want to show you in this demo is how to move or slide tracks back and forth. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is go up to your toolbar here, and the time shift tool is the one you're looking for. When you click on that, you can literally click and drag anywhere you want this particular track. And of course that's important because as you play things, this scrubber will go across and it will play exactly where everything is. Okay, that's where it will play in what order. So you can see if you have a large project, let's go ahead and minimize this down here. If I want to time shift this around, if I want to time shift this around, I can do all kinds of things there. So that is a pretty important tool and technique to make this happen. The other thing I did want to show you before I leave this tutorial is to, let me minimize some of this, go ahead and blow this up a little bit, is how to delete some of this space. So let's say you really wanted to tighten all this up. I've got a lot of breaks here, and again, there's the raw voiceover. And you have this here. So in order to delete that, what we're looking to do is to select the selection tool, and then I can just delete some of this blank space in there between all of my voice parts. So if I just delete that, you see that that's there, and of course your Control Z works as well, which is nice. And if I deleted a bunch of different parts, there's the delete there, and we'll delete there, and I Control Z, and it brings all that back. So really neat the way we can do that. Some basic things. Again, time shift, minimizing your tracks so you can see a lot more tracks in the same window. And that's pretty much the long and short of how you do some basic editing with Audacity.